各位来宾请注意，活动将于2分钟之后开始，请报到完的来宾尽速入座，感谢您的配合。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The forum will begin in 2 minutes. We kindly invite all the guests who have finished registration to take your seats as soon as possible. Thank you.
各位来宾请注意，本次活动将于1分钟之后开始，请各位来宾将您的手机设置为静音模式或关机，以免影响会议进行。感谢您的配合。
Ladies and gentlemen, the forum minute. Please switch off your cell phones or turn it into silent mode to avoid interruption during the forum. Thank you for your cooperation.
本次论坛提供同步口译服务，如有需要的来宾，请至柜台借用设备。
Interpretation service is available, and please borrow it at the service desk. Thank you.
各位来宾午安，欢迎莅临2022 USR 计划 SIG 跨校社群交流。本次的主题为环境教育行动与国际接轨，过去、现在与未来。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2022 USR Interschool SIG Exchange Forum. The theme for today's forum is International Action Plan for Mother Nature, Then, Now and Future.
我们是本次的司仪杨承恩与詹云佳，现在我们正式宣布活动开始。
I am Andrea and he is Chris. We are the MC for today's forum. Now, we declare the forum begins.
首先，让我们邀请长荣大学的大家长李永龙李校长为我们致辞。
Now, let's give an applause to President Yonglong Lee to give his opening remarks.
我找一个好地方。Good afternoon, all the attendants. 大家午安。今天是一个非常特别的日子，因为我们有一个很好的主题，就是一个跨校的一个交流。那各位都知道，我们在 USR 计划里面已经变成长荣大学的一个生活。那我也希望这样的一个生活是一个好的态度，也会培养出好的人格。那也希望我们有更多同学能够参与。特别今天不只是我看到的在这个教室的同学，还有很多在线上的好朋友，我在这里一并问候。Today is a very special event. As you know, we have conducted USR project for several years. So in the past few years, we collect a lot of experiences and evidence. So today is a very good day for us to share, especially universities experience will benefit our USR project too. So may you have a very beautiful day, and God bless you all. Thank you.
我们感谢李有龙校长为我们带来的精彩致辞。
Thank you, President Lee, for your wonderful opening remarks.
在主题演讲开始前，为大家说明以下几点议事规则。
Before we begin today's keynotes, we would like to announce some meeting rules.
主题演讲者每人40分钟，30分钟分享，10分钟开放 Q&A。不响铃，由主持人负责提醒讲者。
The maximum time allocated for each keynote speaker is 40 minutes. 30 minutes for the presentation and 10 minutes for the Q&A session. A sign will be given to each speaker when the time is up.
演讲过程中，请各位贵宾将你的手机设定成静音或震动模式。
Please switch your phones into silent mode or turn it off throughout the entire forum. Thank you.
现在让我们欢迎今天的主持人，环境教育国际实验学院院长洪庆怡洪院长。
Let's welcome our moderator for today's keynotes. From Changzhou Christian University, the Dean of International College of Practice and Education for the Environment, Mr. Qin Yihong.
Good afternoon, everybody. 大家午安。那今天的活动，我们一开始上半段会有 keynote speech， 会分别由非洲跟韩国来做 keynote speech。那但是我们非洲的连线，我们非洲连线现在就是非洲的这个 speaker 还没有上去，所以我们可能就要先做一些调整，让我们今天的活动能够顺利的进行。那首先欢迎大家，那我想我们就是不是先跳到我们的这一个下半段的分享，那下半段有几个学校，包含长荣大学。一起来做经验的分享，那因为现在到场就长荣大学跟我们高雄科技大学，那这个也要等一下麻烦李教授，我们就先来使用这一段时间，那在我们的下半段的这一个分享里面，那等非洲那边如果上来的话，那可以就用我们时间来进行，好，那本来今天的这个 talk 是今天的活动的最后一场，那因为就应变嘛，那所以我们就把它调到前面来，那就由我先来做演讲，那是不是好 ，OK， 谢谢洪一泉，好，那我的演讲题目是台湾经验非洲实践，这个跨了一个地球，半个地球。好，那我们要把台湾的一些好的东西，然后用国际参与的方式，那希望能够帮忙这个国际的整个这个永续发展。那这个跨国的环境教育来跟大家做分享。那我的今天的简报大概会针对这几点，这个计划的背景介绍、台湾经验非洲实践跟下一里路，我先问一下，我们现在有翻译吗 ？No, there's no translator here. 好，看着中文讲英文就会有点挑战了。我们有翻译吗？有。OK。好，有翻译器在外面。OK， 好，好，就像我刚才讲，我们本来一开始是以为我们是由非洲的讲者，所以会是英文的演讲，所以现在正在准备机器。 好，那台湾经验里面，我们在 USR 计划做了蛮多的事情，有英文的绿绘本，有绿色的生活、英语营等等。那这些等一下会一一跟各位介绍。那所谓非洲的实践是这个暑假，这个今年的暑假，我有我们 USR 办公室有3位职员跟3位学生，那到非洲去，那进行了一些工作，那基本上就是我们的学生在这个长荣大学学习的一些东西，然后试试水温，看看在非洲能够做什么事情。好，那从这边我们学习到了一些宝贵的经验，那我们也 plan 我们的下一里路要怎么做。好，那在背景上面，我们在2014年，这个曾古德博士第一次到长荣大学来，那就跟李校长还有本校的这个董事长一起发愿，在校园要建置一个国际曾古德根语芽生态教育中心。那我们今天的中心主任刘碧珠老师有到场。那2016年，这个开始筹备之后，2016年李校长觉得说我们不应该只有一个中心，应该是要把它变成一个学制。那当它变成一个学制的时候，对一个大学来讲，它就要招生，要设计课程，然后要 follow 学生的毕业。那它就会是对大学来讲是一个长久的一件事情。那可以让我们跟这个国际的环保连接得更深。所以2016年的时候，向教育部申请成立这个环境教育国际实验学院。那2017年就开办永续发展国际学位学程，也就是今天坐在我们会场里面有蛮多的国际生，他们是这个 IPSD International Program for Sustainable Development 的学生。那在这个基础下，我们也适逢教育部要开办这一个USR 计划，那我们就成立就设立一个绿色大五轮推动办公室，在社区里面，我们目前有7个 staff 7个职员在社区里面办公。好，那这个部分再跟各位介绍我们的 USR 计划的主轴。那这个长荣大学在2人溪旁边，那过去我们的还没有教育部大学社会责任计划之前，我们就以这条河川来实践长荣大学的社会责任。那这个是2人溪的流域，这个水在这个区域都会流到2人溪。那在中心的地方，长荣大学在河川旁边，在中心的地方，这个地方要这个大潭、武东、沙仑这三个里，它环绕的高铁特区，这个高铁特区要发展沙仑绿能科学城。那这时候我们的想象是，2人溪当它开始摆脱污染的恶名的时候，它应该还要找到它的这个环保而且正面性的产业回来。那我们看到的这一个机会，那跟着社区，我们希望一起跟沙仑绿能科学城，还有旁边的这个以农业为主的这一个社区，来共同发展。那所以我们的整个计划叫绿色社区根语芽行动计划，从在地到国际。在地上，我们要连结沙仑绿能科学城的发展。那整个社区面对发展绿能，是因为气候变迁，我们要走向绿色，走向对气候变迁调适的韧性，来做发展。那也透过培育环境教育的种子，那把在地在2人溪，在整个沙仑绿能科学城的一些经验，那能够透过环境教育，那到连接我们的这个 IPSD 的学制，然后到国际，然后去传播台湾的经验跟价值。好，那再来跟各位报告这几个我们在所谓的台湾经验的部分。 那这个从第1年我们开始做 USR 计划，就开始做这个工作。这个我们到大潭国小是我们社区在地的一个国小，我们进行英文绿绘本教学。那因为我们是环境教育国际实验学院，我们的学生 suppose 应该要用环境教育的方式来参与国际的环保，所以养成的过程里面，我们让学生入校，那去进行环境教育的工作，那他们所谓的绿绘本，拿着绘本，然后也介绍自己的文化，自己来自于哪里，那用英文的方式跟学童们，这个教环境保育、能源、生态、绘面、黄莺、绘本，等一下会跟各位再介绍这一个特别的这个 topic， 还有文化交流的部分，那已经到目前累积45次了，这几年4年的过程，那在暑假的时候会去办绿色生活英语营，就是不是只有晨间1个小时的入校，而是学生到长荣大学来，那1天2天的这个时间，那去学习太阳能、水资源、风能、气候变迁这些英语教学，那过程里面当然就会有一些环境教育的教案，不是只有绿绘本而已。OK， 好，那我们也做这个耕与亚太青年高峰会，这个是在暑假期间跟这个亚洲的这个珍古德协会，各国的珍古德协会合作，那到今年已经办第3年了，那总共有65名学员来自12个国家，那在暑期的时候，那透过因为这3年都是因为疫情的关系，所以我们透过线上，让年轻人们来讨论，那这3届里面总共产生了10个行动计划，那它的 idea 就是希望说，经过跨国的讨论，能够长出一些跨国的环保的行动。好，那这是历年这10个这个 action plan， 这个2020年这个有希望能够成立亚太青年的议会，然后用影片的方式来推广环保的想法，然后在校园里面去保留校园的部分的荒野化，然后在都会区有都市森林这样的概念，这有4个主题。2021年有3个主题，这个进阶的慢跑，这个永续教育的发展这样的媒体，还有从水这个部分来做发展。那这个一个这个小的 corner 就可以来做的这个都会区增加生物多样性的方式，那希望来推动。那再来是 Care Project， 这个后来我们就到非洲真正去做实践，然后发展摩克斯online 的课程，那希望跨国来做一些增能的活动。好，那这我刚才讲的绿绘本里面，我们有一个比较特殊的绘本是针对灰面狂鹰，灰面狂鹰在台湾又叫10月鸟，国庆鸟，每年10月它会南飞到垦丁，然后稍作休息之后，再往南飞到印尼跟这个菲律宾，那基本上它是一个跨国推动环保的策略，我们希望顺着迁移性的动物去推动环保。那这时候就会有跨国要做的事情，因为对迁移性动物来讲，它要面对的栖地挑战是好几个。好，那从2020年我们开始进行这个活动，叫千里姻缘一线牵，然后连接日本、台湾、菲律宾。那长荣大学跟日本的宫古岛也有这个设立这个在长荣大学的一个分校的想法，日本教育中心的想法。好，所以我们就连接这几个地方，那去进行这个跨国的保育。那对长荣大学来讲，其实我们比较 emphasize 在环境教育。好，那所以我们就这个跟垦丁国家公园这个取得他们的同意，他们有一个灰面狂鹰的旅行这样的一本绘本。 它本身就已经产出了。那长隆大学在我们的计划里面，我们去做成双语的绘本，目前有英语的，有日语的，那准备着让这个我们的 IPSD 的学生可以透过线上跨国来做这个跨国这个灰面狂鹰的这个保育的概念的推广。那我们也参与国际研讨会，然后也进行这个灰面狂鹰的装置艺术的这个创作，这个老鹰。好，那这个是一个比较成人教育的从我们试办期开始，我们就在推动这一个庙口演讲，叫大潭庙口绿能科技与人文社区演讲。那这是一个策略，因为当我们要把沙仑绿能科学成这种高科技的这一种技术的发展，这些专业人才跟比较农业地区的社区的人要连结的时候，我们认为这个夜间然后休闲式的科普式的演讲能够帮助大家对话。所以我们到目前已经办了133场，在大潭社区。那后来比较近期，因为我们认养巴克里公园，所以把6场挪到那边。那统计所有参与人数已经有3000多人。那这些主题有包含绿色能源、生物多样性、2人C、食农教育、科技、文化艺术、社区营造等等。好，那环境教育除了内容之外，主题、绘本这些教学的材料之外，场域也是很重要的。因为我们希望推动的环境教育是行动式的学习，在行动中去学到环保的知识。这时候在这个学习里面，他已经获得这个感触，然后甚至帮忙改善环境。所以我们在环境教育的做法上面，我们要有不同的场域，像我们做了大潭社区资源回收站，那这个被台南市环保局评量为第1名的回收站，因为里面有这个很多的环境教育的这个设备，有落叶堆肥，有鱼菜共生，有保特瓶装置，有 keyhole garden， 这个是非洲的厨余堆肥站，还有我们的友善放牧的机场。那这一些的装置，从比如说这一个竹棚，都是我们的学生透过课程 IPSD 的学生透过课程去组装起来的。我们的经费不用来请委发包出去做好我们才进去，而是我们买这个材料，然后让学生来一起制作。好，那2人C可以划船，那用这个方式来体验河川的水质。那巴克里公园，那这个是在巴克里公园在清除这个小花曼泽兰的一个照片。那这个是清除下来的小花曼泽兰。好那一场不知道校长有没有参加，因为人有点小这个校长其实也跟着我们一起去。那这时候对我们的志工对这个居民们就有很大的鼓舞。这个学校跟大家是一起的。好好，那世界地球日校长也会领军4月22的时候走出来，然后走到这个社区来，然后做这个走读，然后做这个水质监测，然后捡垃圾等等这样的工作。好，那我们开始做 Care Project。那现在台湾开始做尝试，然后在校园里面那我们有这个 Women Club，那然后开始要注重女性的权益，女性的这个经期的卫生。好，那2022年暑假我们同仁到非洲去，带着学生那飞越万里这个从台湾然后转机，然后 这个过程非常的坎坷，因为在疫情的过程，好，那这个最后到达目的地坦桑尼亚，好，那我们做了几件事情，这个延续这个 Care Project， 那解决所谓的月经贫穷的问题，那这里面需要观念的改变，观念的改善，那这个希望能够提供永续的卫生用品，那过程里面也鼓励这个年轻的男性参与，让他们能够更了解、尊重女性，那实践的地方有坦桑尼亚、史瓦蒂尼跟乌干达，我们的学生都在这边，暑假的学生，这个都在这边，这个本尼卡跟 Cindy。好，这个也呼应我们在 SDG 的第5项跟第4项，这个优质的教育跟性别平等。好，那这个 Care Project，它延续的时间比较长，那校长这个去到每个地方都有长荣大学的标志。好，当然除了长荣大学标志，我们也让国旗到四处这个各个村庄去了，就是台湾经验，那水那因为长荣大学参与这一个国家发展这个水环境巡守队，那水质监测也是志工关怀河川的一个方式，那林俊荣老师也在南华大学帮忙嘉义来推动这个河川巡守，那水质监测我们也拿到非洲去，那林老师可能也会分享，他也是拿到国外去，那我们都在做这个台湾经验的往外扩散，好，那到非洲我们办了2场，然后教小朋友如何做水质监测 ，OK， 好，那或许他们未来也就可以加入到这个空气的部分，那我们的研发长赖信志研发长，那他的研究生，我们 IPSD 毕业的，这个研究生，那他这运用空气监测的设备，然后带着空气盒子到非洲去，然后让非洲更了解这个空气品质的重要性，那在出发前就有这个 workshop，然后让大家更重视更了解这个议题，然后到非洲去之后，因为Simon 他出发前确诊，所以他比较晚到，那但是他也跑完所有的行程，好，那在这一个他的 workshop 之后，也又 spin off 一些好的这一个发展，像当地的媒体专访我们的这个学生，那这个对空气品质上面应该要注重的事情。好，那就这一次非洲之旅，那我们也跟这个学校，这个坦桑尼亚的 Tangaroot 社区发展学院，还有真古德协会，那这个一起做了一些未来发展的这个备忘录，那希望这个未来可以持续那几个我们的台湾经验在非洲的实践的工作。好，这个是我们同仁们在非洲移动的路径，那看起来蛮吓人的，这个非洲实践路径有2000多公里，不好意思，被我不小心按到，那这一个 Care Project 走了1452公里，这个做了很长途的这个旅程，那让我们也更加有信心，这个我们这样子的学制建制之后，那也可以回到他们的家乡，跟他们一起努力把台湾的经验传播到这个非洲去。好，所以下一里路我们要做的，那继续进行台湾这边多元的这个推广的环境教育，那持续的来培育我们的国际生，的人才培育，那培育我们国际生能够做跨国的行动力，那国际生鼓励他们返国，那关怀在地，那扩大国际连结，然后就我们现在的这个滚动结识的这些合作伙伴，包含今天来的各校，那我们希望一起这个 串联各校的经验，我们来做国际的环保。好，那以上是长荣大学的经验分享，谢谢大家。好，我们大概没有时间做互动嘛，对不对？我们现在的时间情形如何？好，最后面再互动。好，那。Speaker 哈，这一个还没有连上线。那刘老师，你要不要介绍
？OK， 谢谢院长。好，谢谢院长。所以我们现在是倒吃甘蔗吗？好，对，往后面往前。好，那接着呢我们邀请到的我们是从南华，是好 ，OK。要先还是一样，是一样。好 ，OK。那对不起，好，那我们接着欢迎这是我们要邀请国立高雄科技大学海洋事务与管理研究所副主任。好 ，OK。李老师呢要跟我们分享的题目是永续环境与食鱼教育。好，很有趣的题目哈。那我们接着就把时间交给李老师。
院长，还有我们在座的师长跟各位同学，大家好。我是国立高雄科技大学海洋事务与产业管理研究所。因为今天非常的荣幸来到长荣大学，其实今天是抱着学习的心情来的。那我们学校呢，高科大其实它是3间学校合并之后的一个，目前是全台第1大的科技大学。那其实它的前身有3间大学，分别是国立高雄应用科技大学、国立高雄海洋科技大学，还有国立高雄第一科技大学。我自己本身是国立高雄海洋科技大学的老师，然后合并之后变高科大的老师，所以其实我的专业一直都是在海洋的部分。所以当我们成立了 USR 团队的时候呢，我们做的是跟海洋相关的。因此今天过来的时候，其实真的是因为我们的面向感觉非常的不一样。唯一的共同点可能就是水上活动，有在2人溪做水上活动，那这个也是我们常常在做的，所以很开心有这个机会，也谢谢长荣大学给我这个机会来跟大家分享。好，应该是要对着这里按的意思，是这样吗？请问我要按哪一个？这个这个吗？有，这个是我的，我还是要秀一下我的美的照片给大家看一下好了。对，好，那因为我本人其实我自己是一个跨领域的，好，我本来其实我的专业是英语教学，好，所以我刚刚今天说，要用英文来演讲吗？也是 OK， 好，但是既然有翻译，我们就偷懒一下。好，所以我后来是因为参加了一些学校的相关的计划之后，才转任到海洋事务产业管理研究所。那当然我们在这一路上走来，也是做了很多跟USR 相关的一些活动。等一下可以跟大家互相介绍。那今天我会先从我们的一些联合国永续发展的目标，也是我们今天的一个会议的主题，还有就是会稍微介绍一下我们林家好鱼的计划。那我的部分因为是进行食鱼教育所以也会在今天也利用这个机会来跟大家分享。好，那么先进入到主题的部分那刚刚也很感谢院长也有提示，就是我们其实都是配合了这个 SDGs 的这个联合国的发展目标。那以我们高科大来说，我们目前有5支 USR 队伍，那我们林家好鱼计划是其中的1支是国际链结型的队伍。那我们一定都要有一个大目标。我们的大目标就是在我们的第12项，就是负责任的消费与生产这个部分就是我们希望借由负责任的消费跟生产的态度，然后能够带动我们的大学生去培育人才之后，能够带动他们走入社区，跟社区链接。可以吗？好像还是我要对这里，也不是。好啊。可能因为连线的关系，也可能同时很难。对。 那我再利用这个空档稍微讲一下负责任消费与生产好了。好，那所以其实家好鱼的计划精神来看呢，就是希望能够带动学生。那第一个是从人才培育的观点啊，就是带动学生能够养成他们负责任消费与生产的态度。其实应该是说要先给他们正确的观念，然后培养我们的学生成为种子团队。那么进到我们的社区之后呢，跟在地的民众能够互相的合作，盘点在地的资源之后呢，然后在我们的这个产地的部分的产业呢，也可以用这样的精神来，希望来提振他们的经济价值啊，就是在地产业的经济价值。然后同时要推广的就是一般的民众教育，然后因为借助教育的力量，让一般的民众也对于这个负责任的消费能够有正确的观念，然后再回头去影响生产端。好，所以接下来我就稍微介绍一下邻家好鱼的行塑计划。那刚刚有提到，我们这个计划它其实是一个结合了全校很多的系所师生的一个跨领域的计划。目前校长是我们的主持人，也就像长荣这边也是一样哦，校长是主持人。然后我们一共有2位共同主持人，分别是我们研究所的刘文宏教授，还有我本人，以及我们还有很多其他的系，包括了水食系、养殖系、航管系，这些都是跟海洋相关的系所。那还有商资、公社、文创、印日以及基础教育中心。所以其实我刚刚也有跟我们那个老师有谈到说，以高科大而言呢，我们的 USR 团队它其实比较像是一个由下而上的这样的一个团队的组合啊。就是当初我们是先由这些老师决定，我们希望来推动这样的一个精神，然后我们组合成了我们自己的 USR 队伍之后，在并教之后，学校才成立了一个 USR 的总办，再来协助我们在行政上支援我们。所以其实它是一个由下而上，这一点可能会跟长荣会略有所不同。好，因为长荣感觉上是校长的领导，然后院长的这个很努力，也是一样在领导跟大力的执行，是不是有一点这样的小区别？好，我个人感觉大概是这样。好，然后我们选比如说经过淹水之后，那原来的一些渔温可能就经过了这种大自然的灾害之后呢，就很难回到从前的荣景。那再加上青年人口外移啊，因为工作的机会不多，所以老化的现象很严重，但是在地没有很多的青年，以及环境资源的不当利用，譬如说地层下陷，那这都是当地所面临的问题。那当我们团队进去的时候呢，我们希望能够借助我们自己，因为像我刚刚说的，我本身是海科大的老师，那希望能够借助我们海洋产业6级化的人才，就是1级是生产，然后2级是加工，到了3级的行销，是以加成的作用变成6级的产业的这种力量，能够协助在地，有点像大学提供的是人力资源还有智库这样的一个角色。然后我们同时就会分成4个策略啊，分别是我们养殖系的负责任的养殖生产，还有我们水食系的循环经济的理念创新产品，以及我们商资系还有我们公社系的师生的渔乡文化的形塑，还有我自己本人啊，我是海关所的，所以我们就是在食育教育跟观光的部分。好，所以基本上我们的团队是以这样的方式来组成。按错，我一直在。它会 delay 是这样的意思。好，所以我现在要往后按的话，应该是这样吗？对。好，然后同时呢，因为我们是一个国际链接深耕型的计划，所以我们还有跟日本结合啊，所以我们有2间鹿儿岛大学跟高知大合作学校。好，那首先就我们其实是分5个面向来执行啊。第一个策略就是养殖系的师生团队，当然在课程上要培育学生，那最主要是他们有一些创新的养殖方法，譬如说培养益生菌、光合菌，让水质改善之后呢，那其实在渔温里面养殖是不需要用到那么多的药。那这样子，我们的渔温组他们在生产的时候呢，就可以做到负责任的生产啊，少用药，减少环境的污染。然后在策略2的部分，那策略1，因为减少了用药，就会减少对于用水用电，因为水源比较不容易污染，它就不需要那么经常的换水。对于电的这个水车使用的电量也会跟着减少，所以其实在用水跟用电上就达到了很多的这种节水节电的这种永续的概念。然后在策略2的部分是我们的水产食品科学系啊，就是根据他们的专业能力做了一些研发。把原来可能要废弃的一些像鱼鳞、鱼皮，再加以研发、制作、开发之后，变成有新的产品。同时呢，再跟在地的一些像五仔鱼、石斑鱼、白虾结合，来打造一些在地的具有在地特色的一些伴手礼。 尤其还要强调食品安全。像前一阵子的这个石斑鱼外销受到了一些打压，那么在这个时候呢，水产食品科学系的师生，他们就透过工作坊呢来帮助小鱼更认识食品安全的重要性。那这是我们一些开发的水产品，可以看到我们有润眼饮、活萃饮，它都是所谓的胶原饮的部分了，就是喝下去可以水当当啦。再来呢是我们策略3的部分的师生们，那么他们借由一些包装的设计开发这个在地小鱼的水产品，他们的特色，然后同时呢也可以去在做这个视觉的行销，可以看到我们去这个鱼乡的渔温组的家乡，然后去帮助他们做一些墙壁的美化呀，或者是一些视觉艺术品的产生，然后就来以这个方式来推销。那鱼乡不只是卖水产品，同时也卖鱼乡的文化特色。那么这是我们进行的一些活动，在策略3的部分。那策略4的部分呢，就是我本人所负责的，就是食鱼教育跟体验观光的部分因为我自己本身是课程与教学的专业出身的，所以呢，我们就结合了日本的大学跟我们自己的人力，然后我们在鱼乡无独有偶的，我们也是透过这个绘本的方式来进行教学。那我们的绘本合作绘制的，那绘本的内容就是他们自己家乡的文化的特色，譬如说可能他们有一条街是这个渔产街，或者是他们这个家乡很盛产的是一个鱼丸烂糟鱼丸，我们就把它划入在绘本里面，变成一个食鱼的教材。同时呢，我们也推广了鱼乡文化的游程以及拍摄了3分钟的食鱼料理。我们请一些所谓的素人但是他们是从事食鱼教育的一些第一线的教师来拍摄，说用3分钟就可以煮出非常好吃的在地的水鲜产品的料理。这是我们进行的一些活动包括了食鱼的教育活动，还有一些观光的活动观光活动里面就刚刚提到我们有水上，我们也可以施法他们。那现在在进行的呢，最主要就是一个关怀偏乡的一个弱势竞赛。在这里呢，我们也有一个竞赛。那竞赛队伍呢，就提出一个实践的想法，怎么样去到偏乡用驻点的方式协助在地的居民，看是以这个策略最重要的一个部分，就是我相信大家应该也知道海洋的资源不可能是取之不尽、用之不竭的那有人是估计说，非常有可能在这个未来呢，这个海中的鱼会被我们捞光了。所以其实食鱼教育它是发源于食农教育。食农教育是鼓励大家透过农作的活动去认识食材，然后去亲自体验。那食鱼教育也是一样就是透过亲自的体验的过程或甚至于一日渔夫等等的过程，能够去认识我们亲海、爱海、知海这样的一个概念。那所以尤其又在这个去年通过了食农教育法之后呢，今年了食农教育法通过之后，食鱼教育更加的重要。好，那食鱼教育重要性呢，就是我刚刚提到的，就是很可能我们在未来是吃不到我们在海里捞的鱼了。那所以有可能这样简短的说明，谢谢大家，谢谢。
谢谢李老师带来非常精彩的说明跟分享哈。那我们学生对鱼其实很感兴趣。好 ，OK， 好。那我想说大家应该听了这2位我们洪院长跟李老师的一个分享应该会有一些问题那但是我们现在上线了所以我们会把时间先回到第1阶段那你们把问题写下来，等一下我们在综合讨论的时候可以来询问。好，综合讨论的时候可以来询问。好，那我接着就把时间交给洪院长。
这个男女主持人，这个我们要随时转变好，大家辛苦了那我们就回到我们的第1个阶段的这个 keynote speech 那我们2个keynote speech 的 speaker 都已经上来了那I think Professor Zhang in Lihua University will be the first speaker to share his experience, and his topic will be reconnecting people to the nature world. Professor Zhang, are you with us? Professor Zhang? Okay. Hi, Professor Zhang. Long time no see. Are you going to test your voice? Say something, please. 没有听到声音。Okay, we couldn't hear you. So, can you say something again? Wait, we couldn't hear you now, so we ran into some technical problems. So we're going to adjust something. No, no voice. No voice. I'm sorry. Professor Zhang, please wait because we couldn't hear you. Okay, please say something.
Oh, this is Igwan Zhang from Ewha Women's University in Korea. It's so nice to see you. I'm so glad to participate in the USR Interschool SIG Exchange Forum. I like to talk about my citizen science projects, and also I want to give how the people, especially the students, what sort of experience they've got through the citizen science project and how they change their life in the future.
Okay, thank you, Professor Zhang. We are hear you very well, very
good. Through the citizen science projects.
Yeah. So welcome and please.
Is it okay?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Is it my turn to give a talk?
Yeah, sure. So maybe you can go ahead and share your PowerPoint. Let's see how does it look like. Okay, in the meantime, 所以他听得到我吗？他听不到我讲话。Okay, Professor Zhang, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. We
loud and clear.
Now. Okay. Good. Do you have PowerPoint to share with us?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Please go ahead, and maybe I will take a few minutes to introduce you. Okay.
But is it my turn to give you the presentation?
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Not Mr.
Yeah, you will be the first keynote speaker for us today.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Well, long time no see. Before the COVID pandemic, Professor Zhang came to Taiwan regularly for his study. Currently, Professor Zhang is the professor in Department of Life Science, Ewha University. I met Professor Zhang in 2018, November 2018. At the time,
That's right.
I visited Korea, and actually, JGI Korea is in Ewha University. So I visited the association JGI in Korea, and also have the chance to meet the Professor Zhang for the first time. We have a very wonderful lunch together. And later on, I believe in 2019, he came to Taiwan to collect his data. Okay, Professor Zhang has been the director for Nature History Museum of the Yihua University, and his research interest is on speciation, sexual selection, community ecology, conservation, acoustic communication in insects and frogs, and citizen science. I believe the topic today for Professor Zhang will be between the nature and the peoples. So please, Professor Zhang.
Let me share my presentation file with you. Is it good? Can you see it all?
Yeah, good.
Excellent. It's my honor to be invited for the 2022 USR Interschool SIJ Exchange Forum. I like to talk about two different topics. They are interrelated. The first is one of the result of one of my citizen science program, the Pollinator Explorer, and the second part of the talk is related to why the citizen scientists, especially the students, participate in the citizen science. Well, before that, I'd like to go to my slide, but I want to turn to your attention to these pictures. This is shot when we visited in early 2019. Professor Hong gave us a tour, to the Aran River Restoration Project. I couldn't believe it because it was done mostly through the citizen science program. And I really felt that the river was alive with so many the plants and the animals, the mud skippers there. And I also thank him for the great dinner before that. By the way, I visited the Taiwan several times, and I'm so glad that I and Professor Hong are connected through the citizen science. And the citizen science projects we've started is called Earth Loving Explorers. We have started since 2013 in collaboration with, this is a local publishing company we call Donghua Science. And Donghua Science has been wonderful. It's a great to us and to the citizen science. And they have a mission to publish the children's science magazine, which is circulated, and this is the #1 the children's the science magazine in Korea. And they want to broaden their horizon by creating this citizen science program with me. And when we started first, 2013, we have participants less than 100. But this year, in 2022, we have more than 3,500 participants. And we also have 17 different projects. And I'm going to talk one of those projects called Pollinators Explorer. And besides that, we have you see this, the tree frog. So this is the tree frog explorers, and this is the cicadas explorers, and this is the swallows explorers, and this is the winterwings explorers. So we have all 17 projects. And we also attract a lot of the researchers. So we actively recruit researchers to do their own project with the citizen science program. The pollinators explorers, we have a question. Where are pollinators in a metropolitan? The pollinators in decline all over the countries. So this is the big social issues. And the motivation for this project was to find out where the pollinators are, especially in the big city like Seoul. And with the knowledge, the distributions of the pollinators, we could find ways to increase the pollinator diversity in Seoul. And this project is headed by Dr. Otongs Serre, and she's a French, and she has been done very similar project in France called SPIPOL. So she modified it into the Korean citizen science project. It's called K-SPIPOL. And her work was just published this year. And this is the citation of the work. I'm going to upload the PDF of this file maybe at the end of my presentation. So what we did was to to ask citizen scientists to go out, and especially the local park, sometimes in front of their apartment buildings, and whenever you find the pollinators, the bees and the flies or the butterflies, then take 15 minutes of your time and observe them. And we ask them to set up some small area so they can manage it. And then you take pictures or videos so that we can identify them for 15 minutes. And we collected many pictures and images, but we could only use 1,897 pictures or images, because all others we have to discard them because the pictures are sometimes blurry so that we cannot identify them, and sometimes that the GPS data is not there. So out of many, so we ended up with around 1,900 pictures, and then we identified the insects to the level of species. And all told, 145 participants, and this study was analyzed for 3 years, 2016, 2017, and 2018. And we use the app here. You see the app on my right. In the app, you just go there, and then you do some, enter some data, the location, then you get all the data automatically from the databases, and then you take pictures and the videos using the app. So this is the summary of the main orders or families of pollinators observed in Seoul. Just want to go back here. This project, the Pollinators Explorers, is conducted all over Korea, okay, across all the Korea. But the data points is mostly occurred in the big cities like a metropolitan area. So unfortunately, we have to exclude all areas except for the metropolitan Seoul. So these are the main orders and families of the pollinators found in Seoul. And first of all, the Hymenoptera. Hymenoptera, that include the APD, that's the Apis mellifera or Apis cerana, and the bumblebees and the sweat bees, and that's the ants and megachilidae and the wasps. So Hymenoptera represent about 57% of the all pollinators that we found in Seoul and during the 3-year period. And the next big group of pollinators is the Sulfidae, that's the hoverflies, and that's under the order of Diptera and represent 18% of the pollinators. And the next one is the Lepidoptera, about the Pyrridae and the Lichenidae are the major groups of butterflies. They are pollinators in Seoul. And in minority, there's a Hemipteras, Coleopteras, and others. Then what we did was that we analyzed the land use affinity of pollinators. So what sort of the habitats are there for the pollinators? And we use the geographic information system, and we divided the land use into the 9 categories. And of those 9, there are only 6 are shown. The red is the agriculture, and the brown is forest, the green is the grassland, and the blue is the naked lands, and the dark blue is the urban, and the pink is the water and wetlands. So we use the 100-meter buffer in the GIS system, so it's quite a fine scale. And you see here this is organized by the genera of the pollinators. So apis and bombus, and that's the genera of the pollinators. So you see the apis. The apis tend to occur in agricultural landscapes, but some other the genus, for example, Halictus and the Hylophilus, they tend to occur in grasslands. But in other like Lucilia and Megachilia and Aniceus, and the insects, the pollinators of this genus tend to occur the naked lands. So we know that what sort of pollinators use the different habitats. And based on this information, we use we can identify the areas where the pollinators most common. And so we calculate best suitable habitat for each taxonomic group. So you see here APD, then you see the red area. Okay, that's the landscape. That's the habitat. The insects of APD are most likely to occur in Seoul. It does mean that in all the red areas you see the insects of APD. It does mean that, but the habitats are those habitats that resembles that the APD is most likely to occur. And Megachilidae, you see that the difference between APD and Megachilidae. Megachilidae mostly occur in the wetland. You see the left and the east and west, the big red. Okay, that's the river. Okay, so Megachilidae tend to occur in the wetlands, and the Halictidae is similar to the APD, and the Sulfidae that's all across the naked lands and the public park, Lacinidae and Pyrridae. So we calculated the best suitable habitats for each taxonomic group, where the red means that best suitable habitat. And if you go to the level 3 to 1, that's the least suitable habitats. So we combine them. So you see that the 6 and 7 or 8 different the pollinator groups. Then we stack them together on top of each other. Then you get this graph. So here now, the red means that 6 different families of pollinators, and they call it the suitable habitats. So it means that if you go red here, you will see 6 different families of the pollinators are likely to found. So this is the area, this is the hot spots for the pollinators. And if you see the orange, okay, then you see 5 different families of pollinators are likely to find. And the and number 4, okay, number 4, and number 3, yellow means that 3 different the families of pollinators are likely to find. So we know now where exactly the pollinators are likely to be found. Then what we did was that we calculate corridor, habitat corridor. Corridor means that the all pollinators has the wings, so they can fly. They have ability of dispersal. So within the this green means that that's the group specific dispersal capability. So some insects, they can disperse naturally, let's say 1 kilometer, sometimes 2 kilometers, sometimes 5 kilometers. So the red, from the red, which is the best suitable habitat, you calculate the corridor, habitat corridors. So this is from the best suitable habitat. If there's some ideal, the gardens or some trees, then you can disperse into that area, so that increase your habitat areas. So we calculated habitat corridors based on dispersal capability. Then we synthesized. Okay, then we synthesized. First of all, the first information is the hotspot, the pollinator hotspot. We included only number 4, number 5, and number 6 of the pollinator hotspot information, and plus the corridors. Okay, so the corridor, the dark green means that that's the corridor that the 6 different taxonomy groups are likely to use as corridors. And the number 4 means that it's 4 different taxonomic groups of the pollinators are likely used as pollinators. So from the way you can understand this graph is that you find the red, okay, that's where the pollinators are, and look for the dark green, okay, that's the areas that these pollinators can disperse. So you know where the pollinators can go if those corridors are good for their habitats. They can increase their range based on the corridor information. So now what you can do is that you can add some connectivity corridor. Connectivity corridor do not exist now. But if you add, okay, so the city of Seoul, they plan the habitats for the pollinators to attract more, then they should build the gardens or the public park along these lines. The green lines, that should be a conservation corridor. If you build the corridors there, then you will increase the pollinator diversity greatly. And we also suggest the dotted line. Okay, that should be important to increase the pollinator diversity greatly in Korea too. So we suggest, okay, this is the corridors that should be the priority for the greening habitat if you want to increase the pollinators. So this paper, we are so great that this paper is out, and some institutions are interested in using this map and this corridor information to increase the biodiversity. The next is it's a little different from my first talk. The second part of the talk, I'm more interested in these people, the citizen scientists. And especially the question is, why are they doing the citizen science? Why they participate in citizen science project? Because the citizen science project is beneficial to me. Okay, I'm the researcher, I have scientific questions, but I need some help. Okay, I need some help. So I ask them, the citizen scientists, then they help me to produce the data. I analyze them and I produce the paper, the one before. But my question is that what benefit do citizen scientists get by participating in citizen science program? I mean, I don't provide any monetary benefits to them, okay? I don't pay any money. They have to pay, okay? They have to pay to come to these rice paddies. They have to pay their own money to go to the local park, okay? So they spend their own money in participating in this citizen science project. So I'm wondering, okay, why they are doing this citizen science project. So I decided to follow some individuals that I come to know through the years, and I monitor how they change. Okay, so let me introduce some of them. And Shinhe, okay, can you read these the Chinese characters? I've changed it into the Chinese characters so that you can understand better. Her name is pronounced Shinhe, Kim Shinhe. Okay, Shinhe in 2013, she is just the grade school student, and she was just like any other pupil, watching TV with a younger sister and play with her home. She just a normal. I mean, she was just typical student, but after participating in the citizen science project, the Earth-loving explorers for several years, she has changed. She has changed a lot. This is Shinhe in 2019, and this area, okay, this is some park here. Okay, this is some park, and this is near where she lives, and she explored this area regularly, so she know all the birds. Okay, all the birds within the park. So this is the day that I do the on-site education to the public. The on-site education to the public is critical because a lot of the the participants don't know how to do it, but they come here and they learn how to do the exploration, the survey, how to use the apps. So they make friends here, make a networking here. So, but they usually come a little early, so they socialize in there. But here's Shinhe, and Shinhe, before I gave a talk, and she showed her own pictures. Okay, that's her own pictures. That what she has seen the birds in this park. So I didn't ask her. Nobody asked her, but she want to do it. He wants to show it. Okay, she knows this area so well, and she wants to be the help to the new citizen scientist. And this is the Taegyu and Taekyung, Lee Taegyu and Taekyung. Taegyu and Taekyung in 2014, again, very young. In 2018, and they are as big as I am. And again, in 2014, they are just typical the grade the grade students. But in 2018, now they ask their own questions and they try to find out their own questions by themselves. So if you have a question, and let's go out and let's find them. So through the citizen science project, they change it more actively. They are looking for the projects. They are looking for the answers. And Sujin, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't changed it into Chinese yet. Sujin, her name is Sujin, and she is the real changer. She is very shy person back in 2012, but she really liked the insects, and she especially loved the birds. But after participating in the citizen science program, she followed all the bird explorations events. And after the watching birds, she drew it. I mean, she's a good drawer, so she's a real artist. So she drew it. So she has done this for several years. After she entered the middle school in Korea, and you are sometimes given some project from the teacher, but she excelled in those projects because she has her own stories. She has lots of experience exploring the nature and watching the birds, so she can make her own project, not just copying from the online. So the teachers loved her, and her colleague, her fellow students loved her. So she changed her attitude, very active now. And if there's some exploration or some projects or anything, then she volunteer first very actively. The citizen science project has changed her a lot. And this is the Jae-yoon, and look at him in 2013 and 2018, and he has been the same. Okay, he has been the same, and he is now in my lab at Ewha Women's University. She goes to the different university, but anytime he has a time, then he come to Ewha helping the citizen science project. He's been consistent over the years, and he's very curious about the nature, and I think he is progressing as a very young person. And this is the Daeun. It's Yu Daeun. That's her name. And in 2013, this is her first day exploring the tree frogs. And this is you see the yard here, you see the field, it's barren, okay? So it's quite cold, I think sometime in March. And the tree frogs do not emerge in March. It's very cold. So obviously she picked the wrong day to explore the tree frogs. Of course, she didn't watch any tree frogs that day, so she frustrated. So she gave some revenge to the bushes. Okay, this is down. It's her first day of the exploration. She failed it, but her mom and her dad are great because that after the long day, they take them to some really nice restaurant, the noodle restaurant, and she loved it. So whenever the mom and dad, they go to the exploration, ask her down to go with us, and she said no. Then the mom and dad say, "Do you want to go for the noodle restaurant?" Then she said yes, and the down followed them. So she's done this almost she has seen nothing in 2013. In 2014, she has seen some, not much, but in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, now she's the expert in the local, in this area, Iksan, and the tree frogs. They observe the tree frogs, and they have the best record of the tree frogs in entire nation about that area. And so much so that the family of Mr. Yu and their family discovered new species of tree frogs in 2020. So our lab our lab published a new paper about the discovery of a new species with the help of Mr. Yu and her family. So why these people, the students, has changed it? Okay, why do they participate in citizen science project? And this is why I think why they did. So when you participated in the citizen science project, especially the Earth Living Explorers, you encounter the nature. Well, the nature is everywhere, just outside of your home or the park. But that's just background, okay? That's just a background. Doesn't mean anything to you. But in the citizen science project, you get to know the nature. You get to encounter the nature. You try to know the name of the organism, the frogs, the grass, the cicadas, and they want to know what they are doing, okay? Why are they there, and what sort of problem they have. For example, you see this little snake. By the way, this is not a little thing. This is a full-grown adult, and that's this snake is eating the earthworms, okay? And this snake just ran over by your car, so this snake is dying, okay? So you see the head is crushed. So unfortunately, you see these snakes will be dead soon. So you go out there in the nature and then and doing the exploration, you see this pain, okay? The roadkills, and you feel the pain. And here is the frog, very typical frog all over the Korea, and they are in now the agricultural switch, okay? This switch here, and this agricultural switch, when there's a rain, and then you see the water in there. So sometimes the frogs are found there. Sometimes the fish, frogs, and other animals. But most of the time, this agricultural soil is dried. It's like this, up there, and the frogs cannot live. But this agricultural soil sometimes is so high, and you cannot really find the openings outside. So once you are in your frogs in there, then you may not escape, and you may die dry. So you go out there, and you look at the nature and the organisms in it, then they suffer because of what we humans do to the nature. And you do the citizen science project together, then it's so easy to make friends. And this is the tree frog explorers. And this is down south in Korea. So they have a whole day. So they travel down there a little early, okay? And the tree frog explorers, it's typically done at night. So they have plenty of time in the afternoon. So then they do the party. So here you make friends, and they chat, and then they talk about how the survey is done tonight. So it's happy, okay? They are so happy. You're eating together, you're talking the common interest together, then you're happy. What about their parents? I think that the students are able to participate in citizen science project because of their parents. I mean, their parents, they are just normal parents. They are just typical parents, but they allowed their sons and daughters to do the citizen science project by providing transportation, by allowing their time for them. I think this is what the students have changed. That's because of these parents. And some of the parents, okay, so some of the parents, this is the Down earlier I talked about, and this is the Down's father, Mr. Yu. And they saw all these the frogs dying in the ditches, okay, dying in the ditches, water drainages. So they want to help the frogs in the ditches. And how do they do that? So they do the experiments. So they modified the water drainage so that the amphibians down there can climb out of it. So you see there, number one, this is a current water drainage, and this is it's almost like it's a 90-degree up, so that this frog cannot escape. And the second, what they did was that they make some grooves, okay? They make grooves like this one here, grooves. And then you see the frogs can escape. No, they couldn't do it. And the next, number three, you slant it, okay? You give some angle, you slant it over, like this one, and see whether they can climb out of it. This time, no. But in number four, you slant it to about 70 degrees C, and you have the grooves on the slope. Then the frog can climb out of it. So Mr. Yu and us together published this paper again this year. So I think this is what we can do to help the frogs. We can help the nature for them. So we have so much.
John?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Because the time.
Okay. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. We have so much stories. So what they did was that we had the photo exhibits in 2018, the citizen science photo exhibits. The title is Engrossed in Nature at the the Natural History Museum of Ewha Women's University. We didn't have much money, okay, budget for it. So we recycled, we used all the recycles. For example, these boxes and the strings, and we used just anything left over. And so we have the photo exhibits like this one. You see that all the duct tapes and the paper tapes, and the people loved it. People loved it. They loved it. What the professional exhibits more than the professional exhibits. I think that's because that the people see the sincerity of the activities done by the citizen scientists. Right after that, we did the expedition to Taiwan between 2018 December 31st and 2019 the January 8th. We had the best time. We had the best time in Taiwan. Of course, the help of the Professor Hong. Then that's not the end. We published a book together. The author is 26, including me. Unbelievable. There's authors like me, and there's authors like the grade school children. We were all together. So here is the book signing ceremony. All the authors here. So if you have the signature of all the authors, it's like this one on your right. This is one of the best days, I think, in my entire life. If you want to feel you are alive, okay? Your life is boring, but you want to feel you are alive, then you should do the citizen science. And if you think that the fun and happiness that's very important for your life, then you should do the citizen science. And that's because the citizen science reconnect people to the natural world. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Zhang, for your wonderful talk. And I think what Professor Zhang shared is how Professor Zhang himself and the university play a very important role for the society. Not just do something good for the nature, also affect people follow him. Because of the time, probably we don't have time to interact with you, but you are encouraged. If you have any question to Professor Zhang, you can write something on the text. And also, okay. I would like to invite Professor Zhang to do the pollinator study in Taiwan. And we have school here. Maybe we can do it together, okay?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I love to go to Taiwan. I love Taiwan. Next year in 2023, I'll be in Taiwan for sure.
Okay, good. So thank you, and we will have like, okay, we want to make a group photos, and both the keynote speaker are invited to take the photo together. Please come forward, and maybe, okay, come. 上完香就休息。
现在户外有提供茶点及中场休息，请各位洗手间在会议室的两侧，请别忘了，就是下午还有一场演讲，10分钟后准时回来。
对。Okay. Now is break time, and tea and coffee will be provided outside, and the restrooms will be located to the sides of the Global Plaza. Please don't forget to come back in time for our next wonderful session, and please come back in 10 minutes. Thank you.
So, Professor Zhang and the Erasto, we have a short break, maybe in 10 minutes. So after the break, Erasto will have give us his speech.
Okay.
Thank you.
Joe, can you hear me though?
Yes.
Super.
Yes.
2일에 서울 오듯 3일에 철원을 따라오듯.
Joe? Joe?
喂，
Sorry, couldn't put on. You couldn't put on. Joe, can you hear me, Joe?
Yes, Erasto, we can hear.
All right. We are out of power, so if I can start straight, it will be good after break.
Okay.
活动即将在1分钟后进行，请各位贵宾尽速入座。
Our session will start in 1 minute. Please take your seats.
So Erasto, our host, who is the Professor Hong Qinyi, our Dean of ICPE, will introduce you first. Okay.
各位贵宾午安，现在我们即将进行第2场专题分享。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now it is a second keynote speech.
现在让我欢迎主持人洪庆怡院长。
Now let's welcome our moderator, Dean 庆怡洪。
Okay, we are grateful to have our second keynote speech. He is supposed the first one to present in the afternoon, but for some technical problem, that we have Mr. Gretel Jovike present the topic for environmental education on Tanzania, Jane Goodall's Institute. Erasto is the program manager, the JGI's Root and Shoe in Northern Rome in Arusha, Tanzania. And he has been the a climate change ambassador in 2018, and he also has a massive experience on environmental education and awareness. Most importantly, he has treated my staff and students when they went to Africa in this summer, has treated them good. And we have signed an MOU together with Kangaroo College. And welcome, Resto, please.
Thank you so much, Professor, and good morning from Tanzania. And I appreciate the good presentation that has been done by the Professor Chang as well. And thanks so much for the forum organizers and CJCU administration with the best team leader this world is like to have, President Yang Lee. Thank you so much for this opportunity, allowing me to share our best practice of environmental education action in Tanzania. And I am among of those few lucky people to meet Dr. Jain back in 1992 and being among the very first member of Fruits and Shoots. Till today, I'm so proud with the program. And again, thank you, Professor, for introducing me today. Despite of other introductions that you've heard or you have read about me, I just want to let you know that I am also a father and a husband. And I would like to congratulate all husbands and fathers attending this forum today. May I have a round of applause to them, please? And next time I will include upcoming fathers and mothers and wives and everyone. I hope I'm not offending anyone in this forum as well. Thank you. Joe, can you go to the third slide? The third one. Next. Yes, so in Tanzania, apart from many other projects that we do, our major action and focus are based on care and concern for animals, both domestic and wildlife. Environmental, we are running different projects depending to the area and demand. And our engagement model is quite simple and practical. It is just like knowledge that leads to action, and action leads to compassion. That is KCA. And this model guides us to help design and hands-on projects that comes with members' interest and not us telling them what to do, rather them to choose what they can do. And we give them a platform where they can come and brainstorm about the challenges and they come up with a solution-based project they can do. We are not limited on tree planting. We also organize beach cleanups, plastic recycling, and upcycling, without forgetting teaching our members to be water-wise user and many more. All projects that we do must lead our members to complement to skills development, creativity, while nurturing leadership skills and values. As you see from the pictures, so we have various projects that we do, the tree planting, as I said, the plastic recycling that we do, and turning up plastic to be into something we can use or we can redo, or it can help us to motivate our lives. Next, please. Tree planting is our core and frontline project we do. Not just planting, but we organize environmental education workshops to our teachers, our students, and our members. And our teachers are stands up as patron of action. They're the one trying to link or helping up to link the program, helping up to link our students and members with the school administration. And our approach of using matrons and teachers has been a very best system or model for us on how we can raise young members who are very much committed, who can love and take care of the environment. We believe the best approach to overcome climate change crisis is by massive tree planting, campaign, and education. For instance, during the first half of this year, we have been able to mobilize about 1,366 clubs to plant trees, around 700,000 trees across the country, covering the area around of 165 hectares. So this is a major project that we do, and we think for us to attack and prevent back to climate change, massive tree planting is our major project and frontline project we do. Next slide, please. I know most of you know very well Dr. Jane Goodall and her chimpanzee research in Gombe, Tanzania. But today I would like to highlight another project. As an institution, we are promoting all other animals' welfare rights in Tanzania. That's why in Arusha, for example, we are running a project called Friends of Donkey that I'm happy Nixon and Jackson have been part of this project way back when they were in Tanzania. This project promotes best and practice on humane way of using donkeys to Maasai communities. Donkeys are being so much mistreated due to climate change. They are so much challenged and forced to work so many hours, working so many kilometers, hundreds of kilometers away to get water, charcoal, food, and settler. They are used as a family car. So our project promotes best practice and tries to raise awareness about 5 animals' welfare while training Maasai women and traditional leaders to become donkey champions. Having a track with jingles helps us to take a message across the communities and helps us to raise more awareness to a wider community through road market and shows or announcements. We also organize open public clinics of these donkeys and various treatments so that we can help the donkeys. Usually in our community, in Maasai community, people would be very much interested taking the cows or dogs or chicken to a vet, but not the donkeys. The donkeys are being left out to treat by themselves. Next slide, please. Yes, as I said, in our project, we are trying to raise awareness on how to use the donkeys in a more humane way. As you can see the pictures on left, and this is how community members practice on how they use their donkeys. So for us is to help them see how they can practice best use of the donkeys, how they can consider the 5 welfares, and how that could sustain the donkeys in a more sustainable way, and how they can be used in a more friendly way. It is our wish to organize first and never before Maasai Women Donkey Welfare Conference in 2023. Should we have partners to help us achieve this mission? We welcome anyone who is interested to help these poor donkeys challenged by human being because of climate change. They are so much in torture. We have done a lot, but yet we still need some more to be done to make sure the donkeys are safe and are being well used. Next. Yes, talking about the challenges, you could see our program from January 2022. We usually raise awareness, and February is a special month for us to raise awareness. And this year I've been able to engage 34 volunteers that all of them have been able to organize, mobilize 506 clubs across the country, reaching this number of members to the various projects and registering them and having them in our data sheet so that we can know how many members we have across the country. We can measure the impact of our volunteers and how that helps sustain the program. Roots Issues nowadays becomes as an industry to train and to generate good and vibrant young leaders. Once they mature on their leadership and being competent, they leave the program for greener pastures and find a place where they can go and become change maker. Leaving behind a gap, and this becomes a challenge so that we don't have enough funding to employ enough employees to sit up the workload we have. However, as root essentials, we are not regulating our volunteers to leave the program, because we are so proud. When they leave the program, they are competent leaders, and we allow them to go way far behind so they can impact the wider community. Very proud for us. Next slide. Yes, as you can see some faces on the picture. Hope you can remember them. And some are still in Taiwan, some are back in Tanzania. These will become our core or backstop volunteers when they return home. We are very grateful to have CJCU as our only key partner towards International Sustainable Program for our Roots and Shoots members from Tanzania, Burundi, and many other countries. Asante sana. And we expect that once our students, our members, graduate from Taiwan, when they come back here to take part to our Roots and Shoots program, so they can share experience and help sustain and spread the program and share the experiences of what they learn in Taiwan. Thank you. Next. Are we late to help our Mother Nature? I think it's no. Where your attention goes, your time goes as well. So for us taking this time to think of the Mother Nature, to think of what we can do now, we are no longer late. Then we are not late as long as today we are talking about then, now, and future. I congratulate the organizing team for these wonderful initiatives. You are the best, and promising future starts today. Together, we can make the world a better place for all life. Asante sana. And wish you all the best for the best success of the forum. Thank you.
Okay, we all thanks Erasto's wonderful talk. We have some time to interact and maybe Q&A with Erasto. Any question, comments? Okay, there is one that I would like to hear more about it. That is really impressive that so many trees, 700,000 trees planted, range of efforts. Can you deliberate something about why you do it, and is there international funding behind this?
Thank you so much, Professor. Yes, actually, as I said before, we believe tree planting is the best way to attack climate change. And if you have enough trees, it means you can control the number of lives across the area. And sustaining the number of lives in the area, if you could go back to the presentation that Professor Chang just mentioned, the pollutant, you are trying to sustain the chain of life. And the trees that we are planting are both for trees and for the shades. We are planting trees to the mainland, and we are planting trees even to the ocean, the mangroves as well. So we are raising funds from different stakeholders to make sure we get enough funding, we get enough types of trees to be planted specifically to help the community. Could it be fruity trees or shady trees? So whenever you plant a tree, you are sustaining the entire chain of life, helping out the animals and helping the entire community as well. Have I responded to your question, sir?
Yeah, well, I wonder whether there is any enterprise or country that support your effort to plant so many trees.
Yes, we are working with other partners from JGI Germany and JGI USA. They're funding our tree planting projects.
Okay, thank you. We all know that there is a 2050 zero carbon program, yes, or goals for the United Nations. And well, probably that is something that we can all work together because, well, if Tanzania has more land to use for planting tree, maybe that can help for like developed country like Taiwan. Okay. So is there any more questions?
And I'm happy to invite you next year to come to Tanzania, and you can have a time to plant some trees as well.
Sure.
Hi, my name is Shania, and it's funny that you asked that. I'm curious to know, is there any possibility or chance for non-Jane Goodall scholarship students to come to Tanzania to perhaps do an internship? Or, yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Do you provide any scholarship for some of the students not recommended by JGI?
We had a long discussion with Debbie when they came to Tanzania last time, and we have a chances to welcome international students to come and volunteer with our program in Tanzania, starting by 1 month, 2 months, and 3 months. So they are welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah, good.
Working together.
Well, if the translator can help, well, 其实我们在思考的就是说，我们可以透过大学的，就台湾的几个大学的连结，好，那我们已经有非洲很好的 partner，OK， 好，那有蛮多是开发中国家，好，他们需要被关切的事项，好，需要被可以一起做的事情。好，那Ernesto, because here we have several universities in Taiwan in this conference with us. So, are you welcome all of the university to go to Africa and work with you?
Yes, they are welcome. They are welcome.
Yeah, that's why we have the SIG conference that to connect every school in Taiwan. We all have USR projects supported by the Ministry of Education. Maybe we can go Africa together and just help out and do the international sustainability action together. So
actually, when we
yes, please.
Actually, talking about sustainability and the tree planting and sharing and how we can help the planet, to me, I would encourage the younger generation, the teachers, the lecturers, the professors, if you could be able to have a time to come and travel, visit Tanzania, observe and learn the challenges and the issues that we face on the environment, and translate that back home and share experience is the best practice to share experience and learn and work together.
Yeah, we're gonna have, we can have a tour and like a short visit as the visitors gather there and to help out. Yeah, thank you. Any more questions to ask? Who has been work with Ernesto before? Raise your hand. Abdin, please say hello.
Hello, shikamoo.
Marhaba. Nani huyu?
Abdini huyu.
Abdini, mmevaa hizo kitu zenu mnavaa za usoni hizo tunashindwa kutambua uso hapa.
Wow, we need translator.
Okay, we need to change to English now. No, we had just a greeting in Swahili and then to introduce myself. So, okay. So I would like to say thank you so much for your presentation, and we really appreciate your help and as a leader and as a team member in Back to Africa. We are really thankful, and we are really motivated to study hard and work hard here to make sure that we are connecting our friends. That's why you may find friends from other countries asking on how to come to volunteer. So this means huge work has been done here to motivate our fellows, not only to work or volunteer in their home countries, but also to find opportunities on how they can share their experience with other countries. That's why, yeah, you may find they show some interest. Apart from that, I really like to encourage my fellow students that we need to be a change maker, that we learn something here, and we need to take this opportunity to go back wherever in a part of study or in a part of personal volunteering or initiate your personal projects. Try to find a way to communicate with other experienced leaders, and then they can show you the way on how we can work together and volunteer so as to make the world a better place to live. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, anyone want to speak something? Yeah, please.
Mr. Erasto Shomo.
Marhaba, marhaba.
This is Kelvin speaking. And before I say anything else, I just want to thank you for actually giving out a wonderful presentation and for letting people know how our country is actually very safe and welcoming in many ways, especially in attaining the sustainability that we are all looking forward to. But I just wanted to address something to enlighten some people about the Punda project, Punda Poa. I have been in Karatu, and actually we do most of the community people around there are using donkey as the way to transport water and other resources. So I just wanted you to give out some explanation on what actually do we need to have an input on the Punda project for any people who will be interested to participate in either how that they wish to, so that they can have an idea. If they want to visit as scholars or even visiting, participating in any project, what should they have in mind, or in what ways should they engage in the Punda project? Thank you, and karibuni Tanzania, jamani. You're welcome to Tanzania. Mr. Erasto is very welcoming, and you're going to enjoy the place. For those who have been there, they can actually tell. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Somi. Anyone want to say something? No? 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 Okay, let's... Nixon.
Hi, Erasto.
Hello, hello.
I hope you're doing well. I have one concern, if you can highlight up, is if you can tell the people in the audience why donkey and why donkey matters, and why we choose donkey, not dogs, and not any other animal. Thank you.
Can I?
Sure, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nixon. Can I have that slide with the?
Donkey.
Yes. So while that is happening, maybe I could go ahead. As I said from my presentation, that we are doing different projects from different areas according to the needs. The second one. Yes. Just take your time. Look the donkey on the before side. Look how this donkey looks like. These donkeys, naturally, they are the very calm animals. And they are domestic animals that community members could be able to use them. Because they are very calm and very friendly, now they are being loaded up with a lot of luggage. And these donkeys are so much suffering just because of climate change. So part of adaptation and mitigation measurement, the community members, instead of using cows, because I think cows can be used just for other activities, but donkeys are the only working animals to Maasai community. So donkeys being working animals to the community, that's why they are facing a lot of challenges. Way back in the years when everything was okay, when everything was on balance, these donkeys was not supposed to carry firewood, water, or anything, because community members could feed up themselves with everything across or around their community. Now with the climate change, they are forced to work 100 kilometers away. And because they are the only animals, so they are only the first animals to be attacked by any single individual or any community member. That's why us as Roots and Shoots members, as being part of sharing care and concern for animals, we think it's a good idea to support and help these donkeys. And again, behavior change is not a thing that you can do and change it just overnight. It takes time to change it. So it needs a lot of education, needs a lot of awareness to change the attitude and the behavior so that people could move to the better and good practice on how they can use their donkeys. Again, we can do a lot, but as a project, we need to have enough funding. As an organization, we don't have enough funding to run a lot of projects, as I said before. So if you ask me, what should we expect if anyone comes from Taiwan or from USA, could be three major things. One, expertise on how to treat donkeys. That's one. As I said, we are organizing open clinics for donkeys for deworming and treating the wounds and things like that. And second, we need to do a lot on education and awareness. And the third is the funding. Once you have funding, you'll be able to reach the wider community, bring them together, share them with experience, share with them on how they can best use their donkeys and why they use that. And once the donkeys are being misused, overworked, their lifespan comes down, they die. In the near future, we will lose these donkeys. So they are threatened, if I can say. Thank you.
Thank you. So Nixon, I know you asked the question with purpose. Have you been involved in the donkey?
I was the one who took the pictures.
Oh,
So,
okay.
The picture, the picture you see with the woman was taken by him.
Yeah. So that is one of the big family where we visited. I remember I was with Jackson and James together.
Yep.
Yes, Jackson and James. So we started this program together.
Yeah, thank you. So thanks Erasto again for his wonderful talk and all of the response to the question and comment. That's thanks Erasto again. Okay, Erasto, you are welcome to visit us in Taiwan, and we definitely will go to Africa again next year. Thank you again.
Thank you.
好，那我们现在因为我们有 speaker 已经在线上在等了哈，那我们就把这个指挥不是指挥了哈，主持的这个麦克风交给刘老师。
好，谢谢院长。好，所以现在等于是第一阶段，现在先结束啊。那我们正式进入到第二阶段哈。那虽然我们有2位讲者已经完成了，好，那因为苏老师现在在线上哈，所以我们接着哈就邀请苏老师。好，苏老师是来自于高雄医学大学生物医学暨环境生物学系哈苏永超副教授。好，那现在我们就把时间交给苏老师，他的题目是迎风而立哈，看中文字就知道是跟蜜蜂有关的。好，那我们接着就由苏老师开始。
好，大家好，请问听得到我的声音吗？请问听得到我的声音吗？
可以。
Can everybody hear me？
有的。
好，我看到现场好像有很多的国际生，对不对？
有，我们有现场翻译。
有现场的翻译，好，那我就把我的那个 slides 直接，就是因为我有一个中文版跟一个英文版，所以我就把我的 slides 用中文版，用英文版把它修出来，但是我就还是用中文来讲解，这样子好不好？这样子会比较好一点点。
好，可以。
还是你要我立刻切到英文版？好，没关系，我们就是还是用中文，我们还是用中文，然后试试看用英文版的这个slides 来做演讲，好不好？好，那我这边分享的是这个英文版的这个 slides。那刚刚有提到说，我的题目叫做迎风而立。那这个英文的 title 我们就稍微把它做一个不是这么完整的这个翻译哦，我们就是 Be the light in the darkness。那我们在谈的是这个纳马夏的这一个我们利用环境教育、生态教育，然后希望能够永续的在这个环境里面进行一些农业的这个行为，以至于说这个经济的这个行为呢，能够帮助到这一个地方的这些不管是学童也好，或者是社区也好。好，那这是我们高雄医学大学的一个就是 USR 计划里面的一个分支。好，我们取名为迎风而立的原因，主要的就是因为我们这个计划里面有包含了对于蜜蜂的这个保育，那也有对于这个萤火虫的这个保育。好，我先介绍一下我自己的专长。我其实是一个研究蜘蛛的人，然后我的这个需要研究的地方大概横跨了世界上所有的地方，除了大概北极还有南极不需要去之外。那这个上面的这个圆盘就是我曾经在研究上面需要去的这个地方。那大概非洲比较少一点点，所以刚刚看到那个挺上面的这个那个伙伴们，我就觉得是非常高兴哦。如果有机会，我当然也很希望可以过去。那其实我主要在研究的地方呢，主要是在菲律宾，或者是在东南亚。那这是我研究的动物，然后这下面这个地方呢，是我会遇到的人，还有我会遇到的这个生命。所以在这些过程当中，其实有一段话特别感动到我。他说，我们一直看到这些各地的这个生物多样性的这个损失，然后这个生态系的这些破坏。那他这个学者就是 Gus， 他认为说，其实这个最重要的这个环境的这个议题，其实不是我们做多少研究去发现它的这个问题，而是主要的是在人身上是 selfishness、greed and apathy， 就是你自私或者是贪婪，或者是对于事情无动于衷。那这个其实是需要文化跟这个精神上的这个转化，而不是只有需要科学上面的这一个探讨而已。好，那纳马夏在哪里？纳马夏是一个距离高雄市大概要2个小时的这个地方。它最有名的这一个事情是它的这个风灾的这个部分。它的风灾让它变得非常有名，可是它同时也让在地的居民非常惧怕这个天然的这个环境。那它的主要的这个经济来源有这个就是农业方面大概70%，然后观光业大概有30%这个分布。那计划的初期开始，我们基本上就是在社区里面不断的听取在地的这个居民的这些他的问题、他的想法，还有他的一些对于环境的这个看法，甚至是一些恐惧，还有他的担心。那听了1-2年之后呢，我们其实是归纳出来一个很有趣的一个现象。没错，我刚刚提过了，他们在地的这个生计这个生计的这个部分，大概有30% 是在观光业的这个地方，大概有70% 的是在它的这个农业的这个方面。那农业方面其实大量的依靠的是这一个循环，我们在上面的这个动物的这个循环。它是什么意思呢？如果没有这些传分者就大概这些植物就长得不是太好，然后这些赖以生存的这些动物，其实猕猴大概就吃。猕猴就吃这些树上的这个野生的果子，如果它不够吃的话，大概就会进入到果园里面去侵扰他们的这个果园的这些人种的这些蔬果类。那为什么还放一个山猪在这边呢？因为猴子吃了这些果子之后呢，基本上会把这一个果子丢在地上，会喂饱这些山猪。那同时这些山猪或者山羌这类地上的这些大型的这个动物呢，也就不会进到果园或菜园里面去。 可是如果我们用用了一些农药把这个传粉者杀掉之后呢，基本上这个循环就断掉了。那同样的这一个循环也发生在这个萤火虫的循环，就是萤火虫、蝸牛。如果我们用除草剂的话，蝸牛没有草可以吃，那没有蝸牛就没有萤火虫，没有萤火虫就没有这个纳马夏很重要的这个观光业。好，所以这个东西我们怎么解它呢？我们怎么找到这个 solution？ 我们找到它的这个解方呢？其实我们是从教育面的这个方向来着手。我们先从这个学校端尤其是中小学的学校端去开始讲解，或者开始去跟地方的人学习他们使用自然资源的这个方式。那1次做、2次做、3次做，做到100次之后呢，我们大概就有100多个这一个不同的这样子这个教案。那这些教案呢，就放在这个云端的这个平台里面。除了这个我们大家可能 iNaturalist 之外，还有一个我们自己跟国外合作的一个 Equal Learning 的这个平台就把这些知识都放在里面。那么过了这个大概4、5年的这个时间呢，我们开始就得到了一些奖项，尤其是我们比较觉得欣慰的是，地方的这一个科学教育的成果在一些纳马夏的一个国中的这一些科展的这个竞争之下，开始有一些获奖的这种状况。好，那我们同时也把地方的知识呢放在这个课程里面。很有名的这个学程就是纳马夏学，很多的这个学生呢，在高一里面都会想要修这个学分今年大概有60、70个同学然后进到这个学分来。好，那这个就是我们的大概的一个想法，就是我们从教室里面出发，从教育出发，到它的环境里面，到它的森林里面，然后接下来呢，我希望能够把这些文化的这个部分呢，能够涵养在这一些教育的这个行动里面，以至于说我们对于环境的这个资源的利用，我们对于它的这个文化的这个使用呢，能够达到一个永续的这个目标。那我们来看看这个萤火虫的这个例子，这个是一个在纳马夏拍的一个栖地的照片，左边是一个没有用农药的这个农地，那右边是用了农药的农地，那你可以看到它的这个环境有这个视觉上面就可以立刻分出来的一个很大的这个差别。那晚上在这一个这个保育的这个农地上面呢，基本上就可以看到像这样的荧光点点的状况。所以我们就是用大学的一个知识，还有地方的这个学生的这一些对于在地的这个熟悉度，然后就形成了一个等下要讲的这个保育的这个计划。好，那我们利用的这个技术呢，是一些物联网的技术，就是 IoT 的这个技术。我们把这些技术做一些监控设备，我们把这些技术做一些转播的这个设备，然后把这些萤火虫的这个调查，把它人工的这个数量减少，然后把这个效率提高，然后甚至也把这一些研究的这个计划呢，放在这个中小学的这个课程里面。让这个学生也能够参与，就是他们进行现场性调查的这个画面，那他们也用一些非常现代的一些软体来做一些数据的这个分析。所以这些知识集结了之后呢，事实上我们却把它应用在地方的观光业上面。我们甚至有一个 APP， 我们的 App 是用来做这个大马夏的这个人流就是旅客的这个。这个例子，那另外一个有关于蜜蜂的例子呢，是由这一个无蛰蜂的这个保育来做一个出发点。那为什么是无蛰蜂？无蛰蜂它是一个在养蜂界算是一个养蜂的入门款，因为这些蜜蜂呢，它不会叮人，然后它有很高的这个蜂胶的这个产量，然后也是一个很好的传粉者，所以对于这个地方的农业会有一个非常高度的这个帮助。那这个动机是来自于以前在2017年的时候有一个病毒的这个入侵，台湾的野蜂几乎被整个 wipe out， 就是全部被杀光了。所以这甚至已经是一个正式的这个发表所以我们想到说，那我们是不是应该要找到一些替代的这个传粉者，或者是要找到一些要保护这些传粉者，让这个传粉者不断的帮助农业。那如果他在这个我们养这些蜂的过程当中，能够产生一些新的产品、一些新的产业的话， 那大概就可以帮助地方的这个经济，也能够帮助地方的这个农业。那这个架构我就不细讲，因为它牵涉到这个从 local 的这一个保育计划，一直到跟附近的这个大学，还有跟附近的这个人民团体合作的这个部分，然后最后我们有一个推行到全国的这个协会的这个计划。那目前来讲，我们大概就是在这个蓝色的这个区域，我们大概已经成立了这个地区的这个公司，然后可以帮助这个农业的推行，可以帮助这个传染者的这个保育。然后一样的，我们也是用了很多的这个 IoT 的这个技术，对于这些蜂群来进行监控。那这个是我们的其中一个智慧蜂箱的一个画面。然后呢，这样子的这一个想法，就是从一些从最左边的这个保育计划，然后这个非常高度的这个专业的研究的这个计划，到它的这个农业，就是第一方面的部分。conservation plan 正在进行的是这个把这些蜜蜂的这个产品
environmental, and we will push the bees production to the market. And in 3 years, we will push this project. So this idea is come from the Namasha studies from the indigenous people, and we gather the student and the tribe. We work together, and now the graduator from our school, and we work with Philippines. And as we talked about the species competition, so we have to work together to develop the species. And thank you for your listening. Thank you very much.
The Uinya in Puno language. If you want to say hello everybody, you will say Munumisa. Thank you, Professor Su, for your wonderful presentation. And thank you for your English PowerPoint slides. Due to time constraints, we will move to next keynote speaker from Nanhua University. Professor Liu Ning, Center of General Education, Nanhua University. He's going to talk about sustainable slow action. Good afternoon, everyone. I am from Nanhua University. I am Lin Junhong. Currently, I follow the step of Tim Hong to do something for sustainable development. Today, I'm going to share with you my experience in both Taiwan and international community. In 2015, I brought my students with me to do international volunteering. We did not have a USR program before, so we went to Thailand. And later, we began our USR program.
And today, I will share the experience about the slow movement. The other speaker also mentioned this concept. In the USR, we talk about slow movement, and today I'll share an experience about the
experience between Thailand and Taiwan. Need to connect with the real environment and deliver knowledge. And in the last stage, we need to do action. Share experiences with you. And because of time, I share the experience about Taiwan to the group. And we do the water monitoring. And we went to the northern Thailand, the Pai village. And in 2003, and the village was, because of the climate change, and there's no sewer system in the village, and they discharge into.
This is the only ditch in the village.
And in recent years, and we go out from the Chinese village, and we'll do some river water monitoring and recycling education. And there is a drug rehabilitation center, and it's Catholic, and they don't have the money. So we are talking about if their children can bring 10 bottles or the can to sell for money. And also clean the village. So we teach them recycling education. And then we go back to the USR program and how to connect the experiences from Taiwan to Thailand. And we use design thinking, and I have 5 steps. So from emphasis to test. And the way we have local Chiang Mai partnered, and we have the international program. Because of the pandemic, we can't go there, but
in 2015, as you can see here, we conduct water quality monitoring in Thailand until today. So we combine courses and bring our students there for on-site study. We cooperate with our sister university in Thailand, so we are familiar with each other. We adopt the design concept. We will conduct in-depth interview in villages. We try to understand their needs. During the process, we also talk to social enterprises in Thailand. We work both with the academia and the industry to develop a circular economy. So that's what we have done at Sunday school about the recycling in both English, Chinese, and also Thai. We also introduced tree planting. For the Catholic Church, they did not have money. When students or kids come to Sunday school, they would like to provide lunch, but they did not have a budget, or help them to plant some fruits our volunteers work with the temples and ask them to donate bananas. We also talk to social enterprise. Can you donate the small mountain pig for the church to raise them? So in July, when we were there, they are also doing the model. Starting from last year, Taiwan and Thailand have something in common to develop a design concept. More importantly, Thailand has their own USR projects. During the past years, we contact with the University of Tabang. Tabang means rural area. We work with the U2T project. During the process, we begin our stage 2 of design thinking. We have about 50 students, 8 professors, and 10 professors in both the 2 countries to promote that. So the University of Tabang, we mentioned earlier, we invited the university, their team, to talk to us how they carry out U2T project. So in the next stage plan, we will work more with the U2T in Thailand.
We have a lot of design thinking field. And during the summer vacation, and last time I went to Thailand 2 years ago, and we took students to Thailand with Cambodian students to learn the field. And then the Cambodian student went back to their hometown to do the slow movement. And like many rural countries in Taiwan, we can do some. And last year, we bring Indian students. They don't eat bamboo shoot. But later they found that in Dalian, Jiayi, a lot of bamboo and also tree frogs. So we developed the local turner. They participate some contest. But this year they graduated and then go back to India and to promote this. And we combine life education, environmental and social enterprise, and through universities to expand social impact. And last, I'll share with you the field teacher student.
So that's the slow actions for sustainability. Thank you, Director Ling's sharing. We have 4 speakers share with us their practice. So we will now begin panel discussion. We would like to invite 4 speakers to the front. If you have any question, you should just raise. USR project enable each university to develop and achieve their sustainability goal. It also improve international connection. For example, today we invited keynote speakers from Korea and Tanzania and professors from universities in Taiwan to talk about their practice. I would like to thank 4 presenters. Now we will open the floor for question and answer.
那不知道我们线上是不是也有一些相关的问题哈？赶快请我们。
Do we have the
可以拿过来好。
questions online? Raised online?
It's a Q&A section. Our 4 speakers is here. They are here for your questions. So if you have any questions, let's go ahead. Thank you, Fatina. Fatina 是从普隆地来的学生。
Okay, thank you. So it's not a question, but thank you. I just appreciate it for our presenter. I think you have gotten many things from them. But I just have something I wanted to ask that one, the professor that one, because I heard that
我要问的问题是
project of agriculture, right?
你们有一个农业的计划，
So I want her to tell us
可不可以跟我们讲一下？
that it is like a competition. So I want to know if he also we can get any chance to join with the competition. That is.
Join the okay competition. All right, good. 好 all right. 那okay, this is Professor Lee. All right, okay. 坐着。
All right. Thank you for your question. Actually, the competition has started, but then if you're interested, probably you can wait for next year because right now the deadline for people to submit their videos have already the deadline has been has ended. So we need you can wait until next year because we're going to start a new competition. We do welcome students from different universities or even from different countries. We like to see how the university students work together as a team to help the local communities, either in boosting their economy or helping them to create something that they can let people know about their culture, the local community, culture of the local community. So for example, you can talk about back in your home country, how you can help them. And then first of all, you need to submit the video to introduce your team, like what you're going to do and who are your team members. But it's a short video. And then you give your proposal in written report. And then we will have judges to evaluate your proposals. And if they find that it is feasible and it is very good, and then they will give you 10,000 NT dollars as the fund so that you can go back to your country to help the local community there. So you're welcome to join us for the coming year. And if you're interested, probably because my postdoc is over there, then you give her your contact information. So when we start a new competition, she can just go ahead and contact you and let you know about the more details of the competition. Thank you.
Good. As we see from the presentation, it already have a 16 or 17? For the competition already have a 17. 8.
We have 5 teams from Taiwan and the other 3 teams from Japan. But we do like to have more teams, either from different countries or from different universities. Yes.
Great. So maybe we will try to, make sure we follow the deadline. All right. Next year, right? Okay, good. Any more questions? Right. Great.
I'd just like to thank all the presenters today. You all made a wonderful presentations, very informative. My question goes out again to the Professor Lee. about the summer programs that your university offers. If you could let us know a little bit about maybe the deadlines or maybe some information. The summer program. Summer programs.
Right now, we do have some exchange program, but that's for our university students only. But then we do hope, because, you know, as I mentioned, the director of our project is our principal, but there are two co-directors. One is me, and the other is my co-worker, who happens to be the dean of the international office. So he will make a lot of efforts to try to involve more international students. So maybe in the future, we do like to have some allies with different universities. So if we we have reached some mutual agreement, then we would like to invite students from Changrong University to join us, and then we can send the students to Japan to have a short-term school work with them. And then when the Japanese students come over, we can invite students from Changrong to also join us. So you can go to Linbian or Jiadong, the two townships there, and to try to experience more about the life there near the fish ponds. So that would be one of the summer programs. Right now it's only open to our university students, but then I think there's a very big chance, especially after today, I think there's a big chance that we will invite more students from Changrong University and even Nanhua University too. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Good.
To have further cooperation with both the university and even the university online. Okay, and besides the IPSD student, our international student recommended by JGI all over the world, we also have wonderful students from the Department of Translation. Yeah.
So since we get more opportunity here.
That would be fun. That would be fun, because right now we're really trying to have more international students to work with us. That would be the major goal. I'm sorry. That would be the major goal, that we work with a lot of international students. That's really what the dean of the international office, Dr. Liu, is trying to do. So I appreciate that you asked the question, because I'll bring this back, and then probably pretty soon we'll come up with some plans so that we can both work together. We can three work together. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Okay. Hosseini.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. My question will be for Professor Su. Professor Su? Su?
Yes.
Online.
From Kaohsiung Medical University.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm one of the students who participated in the last year's workshop in Namasia that Kaohsiung Medical University organized.
Oh.
Yes. So my question is, for this workshop, actually, very few number of students are participating, but the education that we got there, the experience that we got there is very crucial, and I think many students want to learn. Because I think for last year, we were not more than 12 students from all over Taiwan. So my question is to Professor Su is, did they consider maybe to increase the number of participants so as to enable more students to participate in the workshop?
All right. Is there annual workshop? Is that workshop open annually?
Yes. There's a slide that Professor,
Yes,
actually I saw myself with that slide.
All right.
Yeah, yes, we actually open that periodically, like every season or every semester we have one. But the reason we keep the number of the students low, just because we don't want to kind of have higher impact to the local community. So then we take small groups each time to Namasia to have the workshops. So we actually announce that to different groups of international students each year, maybe 3 times. So then we have 3 opportunities each year to join this kind of workshop. And I think I should kind of mention a little bit about what we did in the workshop. Basically, what we did was to train the students to observe the natural environment in Nanmasha, and also join some of their cultural events like dancing, singing, or well, they have a lot of handmade art. So if you want to join that, pay attention to our announcement next year, because a lot of students at Kaohsiung Medical Universities, they want to join that. But we open 3 opportunities each year for international students in Taiwan. I don't know if that answers your question.
3 only. Pay attention to it.
All right, but thank you for your question.
OK， 谢谢苏老师。
谢谢。
Yes, again. Good.
Hello again. I'm just curious to know, we had this wonderful event and this opportunity I'm sure we're all grateful for, to hear of the many opportunities that can be accessed. But moving on from today, how would we be able to, receive updates when the summer programs are coming out, or any opportunities for students, CJCU students, to be involved in the many activities, the research projects? I noticed you guys mentioned several good ones. I'm very interested. The research projects, the Earth-loving explorers. When research anything, we'd like to know how we can stay in touch or stay informed. Stay informed, like stay in the loop, get updates, yeah.
Any opportunity to provide?
I think what we have been trying to do is that whenever we are going to give a contest, we will send email or notice to all the other universities who are also involved in the USR program. We also send a notice to the USR head office. We do hope that they will pass the message around. I'm not sure about probably the website of the USR head office. Do they have it posted? 他们有 post 在那个 USR 总部吗？ I do believe that they will do something like that, because whenever we have the contest, we will just give the information around to all the other universities. I don't know if you have ever heard about it or received information. So I would suggest that probably the best way is that try to get onto the USR head office website. I think they will probably have everything there, especially if you are interested in the program that they offer, like the Gaoyi, they offer the program, because they are also one of the USR teams. So I believe the website of the head office, I mean for the whole nation, the head office would publish or would pass the information around. So please just try, I think that would be one way to do it. The other is that maybe contact the USR office here in Changchun University. I think when they receive something like that, they probably will also give away the information. Yeah.
Okay, I think.
Can I suggest something here? Actually, I think the students can follow the Facebook of the main office of USR, and also our Facebook page. So if you follow that, usually the announcements are there. So it's quite easy to get instant information from those channels, or Instagram if you will. Thank you.
Okay, I think Professor Hong, maybe we can become a union to share our information each other. So maybe Professor Hong is a platform for us. We can share our information for the Professor Hong.
Okay, the USR office, we are honored and delightful to do the job, and maybe we can create some connections among schools, and that the information, flow very smoothly, and everybody can get the information. way. Okay, and also I maybe I propose that because our IPSD student at their last year, the senior year, they can do the internship for a whole semester. So if the university would like to have our international student to work for your USR project, maybe we can open up the program for.
So now is there last year in this university?
No, no. I mean, in their senior year, they can go for internship for the whole semester. And also, the student, after you graduate from IPSD, you are encouraged to go for your graduate study. The university scholars are quite distinguished for their specialty and their field. So you are encouraged to do the graduate study with them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that you are undergraduate students because when you are either asking questions or give comments, you are talking so mature, you know. So I misunderstood that you are all graduate students. And then I do welcome you to come to Kaohsiung, National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology, especially in my graduate school. We really welcome international students. Right now, we're trying to offer a lot of courses in all English. So you'll be welcome to join us. So is it possible to show our FB to them? I'm just asking, probably she can show you our FB. So just take a look at our FB and then you will find out all the information there, especially about the contest and also about the graduate school application. Sorry, I'm trying to recruit students.
Hi, my name is Annalie. I had a question. Does your university offers courses in full English, or is it half like 半半, 英文和中文?
Just as I mentioned, the dean of the international office right now is also the co-director of our program, the USR program. Okay. So what he's trying to do is that to offer as many all English courses as possible. So right now, even in our program, the USR program, we have already offered 2 courses in all English. And for the coming semester, our goal is to offer 5. So if you join us, if you come to our university, I think you will have enough English courses for you to take, especially if you are interested in what we're doing. What we're doing is to help the local community, especially the fishing villages, to try to solve their economical problems and then also to try to involve in some regional revitalization, which means that we help the local community and work with them to make them boost their economy and try to find some ways to make their industry more prosperous. So I think that's it, the FB, 邻家好鱼. Good neighbor, good fishing, I think. 邻家好鱼. So if you try to scroll down a little bit, you probably will find the information about the competition. 往下滑一点会看到我们的关怀偏乡弱势竞赛。所以你要先进到邻家好鱼的 FB 里面，这是邻家好鱼的 FB 吗？没办法登入要登入才会看到。I'm sorry. Right. 可以放大一点。对 So you can see this is the first one. First part of the competition, the teams, first of all, have to submit their videos to introduce their teams. And then that's it, the question when you ask about the competition. And then also we offer a lot of courses. So if you visit our FB, you will see what kind of courses we're offering there.
Just a follow-up question, if you don't mind. Does the university focuses on marine or terrestrial environment when it comes to the courses, or is it just a general in above?
No. Actually, as I mentioned earlier, we actually are 3 universities emerging into one. But my university, back then, before the 3 universities emerged into one, my university focused on marine affairs.
Marine,
so, yeah, right. So and also our program, the USR program, focuses on marine affairs too, because most of the teachers and students are from marine-related departments. But then, of course, we are welcoming more students from different backgrounds, because in that way, I think we can make the program even better, because people will bring in different backgrounds, different ideas and experiences. So right now, it focuses on marine affairs. But then, like, I don't know what you're interested in doing, so probably you can offer us some suggestions and we can try to expand it.
Thank you. Sorry, I came in the second half of the presentation, so I didn't get the full of your presentation. But thank you so much. I will be looking into your university's website. Thank you.
Welcome to do that.
Good. As I remember right, our alumni, Semi, who is study there. Yes, what time is now? Do we have more questions? Okay. Yeah, one. Okay. Great.
It's more of a comment or maybe a question. I'm sorry if my questions are not structured so well, but I just dare to ask them anyways. It's regarding the presentation. One of the presenters offered many research links and also some app. I'm interested in finding more information on that. Could it be shared later at a later date? Where can we access that?
Do you particularly?
You can go back to YouTube and look at the film again.
So we will have our information and all the slides, PPT, to be shared. And so if no more questions, then we are going to call it a day. Okay? All right. Thank you for coming, everyone. And so, 院长要不要？
谢谢大家。Thank
Everyone.
For our presenters today. And we have Professor Shu, and our keynote speaker has been off of the connection now. So also I thank your participation. I think everybody here learned something. We learned more about different universities, their efforts to doing the USR University Social Responsibility. And I think the MOE have this project. The main goal is for education. And the university come up with some creativity with the students, the youngest, and try to do good for the society. That is what university must, the main mission for the university in the society. Okay. So I guess everybody had learned something. So most of the students here taking my course at this moment. So I will encourage you to write something on our e-learning platform. Okay. And if you write something about, well, I can pass through our friends here. Also, some point will be added to your final score. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. 跟大家介绍一下哈，没关系哈。这个是我们的菜篮，这个叫菜篮组活动，是我们在 USR 计划里面跟在地的农夫连结的一项这个销售这个环境友善的农产品的一个方式。好，那这个菜篮，那我们每2个礼拜会卖一次菜篮的菜。好，那里面当然这个今天没有卖菜了哈，我们礼拜5才卖菜。里面有一些我们现在这个蛮当季的一些农产品，包含米啦。好，那这一本就是我们的灰面狂鹰的绘本。好，那这个谢谢林老师跟李老师。那苏老师，下次你来再给你。
好，没问题。
谢谢。我们可以建议下次菜篮里面加上林家豪一个鱼。
OK， 好，里面再加鱼。OK， 好，谢谢，有点重。